Have you ever noticed how the most powerful medicines in the world grow quietly, unnoticed, at the edge of a garden? What if the plants we call simple herbs are actually a hidden insurance policy for your health? Modern life made us believe that health comes in bottles, boxes, and prescriptions. But for thousands of years, people survived, healed, and strengthened their bodies using plants growing just outside their doors. The problem is not that medicinal plants disappeared. The problem is that we stopped recognizing them. In this video, you will discover the 10 medicinal plants every hidden garden needs and, more importantly, why building a hidden garden is one of the smartest decisions you can make for your long-term health and self-reliance. We are not talking about complicated science or rare species. We are talking about simple, powerful plants that anyone can grow. If you want to become more independent, more prepared, and more connected to the land, this video is for you. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which medicinal plant you already grow or plan to plant. Now, let's step into the hidden garden. Before we talk about specific plants, we need to understand something deeper. A hidden garden is not just a collection of herbs, it is a strategy. It is a quiet layer of protection built into your daily life. Think about this. When people plan for emergencies, they often think about food storage, water filters, or tools. But what about health? What happens when access to pharmacies becomes difficult? What happens when small health problems turn into bigger ones because there is no immediate support? For most of human history, the first line of defense was not a hospital. It was the garden. In a hidden garden, medicinal plants are not decorative. They are functional. They are chosen because they serve a purpose. Some calm the body, some support the immune system. Some help with digestion, some assist in wound care. Each plant plays a role, like members of a small silent team. This is where the first principle comes in. Resilience begins with diversity. If your garden only produces vegetables, you have food. That is powerful. But if your garden also produces medicine, you have security on another level. You reduce dependency. You shorten the distance between problem and solution. Many medicinal plants are surprisingly easy to grow. They do not require perfect soil. They do not demand constant attention. In fact, some of the most powerful ones thrive in poor conditions. That alone should make you think differently about what valuable really means in a garden. Another important idea is accessibility. A hidden garden does not mean secret in a dramatic way. It means integrated. Medicinal plants can grow along pathways, between vegetables, near fences, or in small corners. They do not need large fields, they need intention. And here is the part most people overlook. When you grow medicinal plants yourself, you build knowledge. You learn how the plant looks at each stage. You learn how it smells, how it feels, how it behaves in different seasons. That knowledge creates confidence, and confidence is a form of power. A hidden garden is not built out of fear. It is built out of foresight. It is a quiet decision that says, I want options, but what kind of plants should you start with? Which ones truly deserve a place in this hidden system of protection? If protection is the foundation of a hidden garden, then calm is its first layer. Before we think about fighting illness, we need to understand something simple. Many health problems begin with imbalance. Stress builds, sleep weakens, digestion struggles. The body enters a constant state of tension. Now imagine stepping into your garden and knowing that a few leaves growing quietly near your path can help calm that internal storm. Some medicinal plants are known not because they are dramatic, but because they are steady. They help the body slow down. They support rest. They gently guide the nervous system back to balance. And in today's world, that alone is powerful. One of the most essential categories for any hidden garden is calming plants. These are plants that can be made into simple teas or infusions to help with sleep, mild anxiety, and mental overload. They are not magic, they are gentle allies. Their power is in consistency. Why is this important? Because modern life constantly pushes the body into survival mode. Notifications, deadlines, noise, artificial light, the body never fully turns off. Over time, that constant tension weakens immunity, disrupts digestion, and reduces clarity. In the past, people ended their days differently. They worked with the rhythm of the sun. And when night came, they often used plants to support transition into rest. A warm infusion, a calming aroma, a simple ritual. Growing calming plants in your hidden garden is like planting a reset button. But there is another layer here. These plants also teach patience. Many of them grow slowly. They prefer stable conditions. They do not demand much, but they respond well to care. When you harvest them, you learn to take only what you need. That discipline becomes part of the medicine itself. Another reason calming plants matter is accessibility. When you grow them yourself, you remove barriers. You do not need to drive somewhere. You do not need to search shelves. You step outside, you harvest, you prepare. The solution is close. This proximity changes your mindset. Health stops being something external. It becomes part of your daily environment. And here is something even deeper. When you grow medicinal plants that support calm, you start noticing patterns in your own body. You begin to understand when you need rest, when you need grounding, when you need space. The garden becomes a mirror. A hidden garden is not just about treating problems. It is about preventing them by supporting balance early. But calm alone is not enough. The body also needs strength. It needs resilience against seasonal changes, cold weather, and unexpected stress. So if calming plants are the shield that protects your nervous system, what are the plants that build internal strength and immunity? If calming plants are the shield, then strengthening plants are the foundation. They do not just help when something feels wrong. They help the body stay ready. They build resilience quietly, day after day. Think about how most people approach health. They wait until they feel sick, then they search for a solution. But traditional garden-based systems worked differently. The goal was not reaction, the goal was preparation. Strengthening plants are the long game. These are the plants that support the immune system, improve circulation, assist the body during seasonal changes, and help it adapt to stress. They are not dramatic. They do not promise instant transformation. Instead, they work slowly, consistently, almost invisibly. And that is what makes them powerful. In a hidden garden, strengthening plants are usually hardy. Many tolerate poor soil. Some survive frost. Others return year after year without replanting. That resilience in the plant often mirrors what it encourages in the body. There is a lesson here. The strongest systems are not fragile. They are adaptable. When you include strengthening medicinal plants in your garden, you create a layer of long-term support. For example, during colder months, certain plants can be harvested and prepared to support the body when sunlight is limited and energy drops. During transitional seasons, others can help the body adjust. But here is the deeper shift. Growing these plants changes your relationship with time. Instead of thinking in days, you begin thinking in seasons. Instead of asking, "What fixes this now?" you ask, "What strengthens me over time?" That mindset alone separates dependency from independence. Another important detail is that many strengthening plants are multi-purpose. Some can be used fresh, others can be dried and stored. Some can even be infused into oils. This flexibility increases their value. You are not just growing leaves. You are growing options, and options reduce fear. In modern systems, we often depend on long supply chains. Products travel far before reaching us. But in a hidden garden, supply chains shrink to a few steps: grow, harvest, prepare. That simplicity is powerful. There is also something psychological about tending strengthening plants. Watching them grow year after year builds trust. You see their cycles. You learn when they are most vibrant. You understand their needs. That familiarity removes uncertainty. Strength is not just physical, it is mental. When you know that your garden contains plants that support immunity and endurance, you walk differently. You think differently. You feel less fragile. But resilience is not only about internal balance and immune support. The body is also vulnerable to small injuries, minor wounds, skin irritations, and everyday accidents. If calming plants support the mind and strengthening plants support the immune system, what supports the body's surface? What protects the outer layer if strengthening plants build your internal foundation, then healing plants protect your outer layer? And this is something many people underestimate: small cuts, minor burns, skin irritations, insect bites, dryness, infections. These are everyday realities. They may seem minor, but when ignored, they can become larger problems. Throughout history, before modern products filled shelves, people relied heavily on plants growing close to home to care for the body's surface. In a hidden garden, surface healing plants are essential because they shorten the distance between injury and action. Imagine you are working in your garden and accidentally scratch your hand. Instead of going inside and searching for something manufactured, you walk a few steps, harvest a leaf, prepare it, and apply it. Immediate response, no delay, no dependency. This speed matters. Many medicinal plants known for skin support are easy to grow. Some spread quickly, some require very little water. Some thrive even in neglected corners. Their strength often reflects their purpose. They protect themselves well, and in return, they support you. There is also something deeply empowering about learning how to use these plants. You begin to recognize their textures. Some leaves are thick and moist, some release soothing gel. Others contain natural compounds that help cleanse or calm irritated skin. When you grow these plants yourself, you start understanding something important. Healing does not always need to be complex. Another key factor is freshness. Store-bought products often sit on shelves for long periods. But a plant harvested moments before use carries full vitality. That immediacy increases confidence. You know where it came from. You know how it was grown. And here is the psychological shift again. When you rely on your own garden for surface healing, you reduce panic. A small injury no longer feels like a disruption. It becomes manageable. You feel prepared. This preparedness extends beyond physical care. It builds a mindset of capability. Hidden gardens are not dramatic. They are quiet systems of readiness. Each plant serves a role. Some calm, some strengthen, some protect the skin. Together, they create a network of support. There is also a practical benefit. Many surface healing plants can be preserved. Leaves can be dried. Extracts can be stored. Oils can be infused. This means your hidden garden extends beyond the growing season. It becomes a year-round system. But surface healing is only one layer of physical protection. The body also depends on digestion. If digestion fails, strength declines, immunity weakens, energy drops. What if some of the most powerful medicinal plants are not dramatic at all, but simply support how your body processes food every single day? If calming plants steady the mind, strengthening plants build resilience, and healing plants protect the surface, then digestive plants protect something even deeper: your ability to transform food into energy. Digestion is not dramatic. It is quiet. It happens every day, often unnoticed. But if it weakens, everything else begins to fail slowly. Energy drops, immunity struggles, mood shifts, sleep suffers. Many people chase complex solutions without realizing that the root of many small problems begins in the gut. This is why a hidden garden must include plants that support digestion. Throughout history, almost every culture grew simple herbs specifically to help the body process food. Not because they were trendy, not because they were exotic, but because people understood something practical. When digestion works well, the body works well. Digestive support plants often have strong aromas or distinctive flavors. Some are slightly bitter, some are sharp, some are warming. These qualities are not random. They stimulate natural processes in the body. They encourage movement. They help the body break down heavy meals. They reduce discomfort after overeating. In modern life, digestion is constantly challenged. Processed food, irregular schedules, stress, eating too quickly. The body rarely gets a calm environment to do its work. Over time, that strain shows up as bloating, fatigue, and discomfort. Now imagine walking outside after a meal and harvesting a few leaves that gently support your system. No complexity, no dependency, just simple, consistent care. Digestive plants also teach moderation. Many of them are potent in small amounts. A little is enough. That lesson alone changes how you view consumption. You begin to value balance over excess. There is another advantage. Many digestive support plants are easy to grow in small spaces. They do well in containers. They thrive near kitchen doors. Some even repel pests naturally, meaning they protect other plants while serving you. That dual purpose makes them strategic additions to a hidden garden. And here is something deeper. When you grow digestive plants, you become more aware of what you eat. You start noticing how certain foods affect you. You become less reactive and more observant. The garden trains you to pay attention. Over time, your hidden garden becomes more than a collection of plants. It becomes a system that supports daily living. Calm for the mind, strength for the immune system, healing for the skin, support for digestion. Each layer reduces vulnerability, and this is the real power of medicinal gardening. It is not about rejecting modern systems. It is about reducing blind dependency. It is about creating options close to home. When you plant these 10 medicinal plants in your hidden garden, you are not just growing herbs. You are building a quiet network of resilience around your life. But what does all this really mean for you, standing at the beginning, wondering where to start? Let's bring everything together. A hidden garden does not need to be large. It does not need to look dramatic. It does not need to impress anyone. Its power is in its function. 10 medicinal plants, chosen wisely, can transform a simple backyard into a living safety net. Not out of fear, not out of panic, but out of awareness. The world moves fast. Systems change, access shifts. But a plant growing quietly in your soil remains steady. It does what it has always done. When you build a hidden garden, you build layers of protection. Calm for your mind, strength for your body. Healing for your skin, balance for your digestion. Confidence for your future. The most powerful systems are not loud, they are prepared. If this idea changed the way you see your garden, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which medicinal plant you will plant first in your hidden garden. Your future self may thank you for starting today.